Alright guys, I've got another question for you today, and the question is probably aimed at a good number of you, and you'll probably recognise yourself when I start explaining who it's aimed at. Um, Now, this channel is called the World Class Happiness Channel. The whole thing is to help people kind of improve their lives and feel better and happier on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, I wrote the book called World Class Happiness, and I'm in the process of writing some kids' books on the same subject to help the younger generation. So my aim all the time really is to make things better for people, make people feel better. And the reason I'm making this video today, a spare of the moment to be honest, I'm making it because I went on social media this morning and I've been seeing lots of backwards and forwards arguments about the Prince Harry, Meghan Markle interview, which was televised last night in this country, and I watched it and I haven't got any real super strong opinions either way on this particular issue, but as usual people want to have their say. People are either pro-monarchy or against the monarchy, and some people are saying for Harry and Meghan, they're either saying they did a fantastic job, and some people say they're disgusting, and people have their opinions, and what I'm seeing is people getting into debates and even arguments and getting quite aggressive at times. Okay, now I've seen this pattern, and we've all seen this pattern loads of times on various issues. Okay, and we've had it on coronavirus, we've had it on vaccinations, we've had it on about politicians, we've had Black Lives Matter, we've had White Lives Matter and All Lives Matter, we've had terrorism, we've had Brexit. And if you cast your mind back to all these different issues, we've had the same thing every single time. We wake up in the morning, people jump on social media, people say their piece, and people then get on and disagree with their view, and then there's backwards and forwards, and people you can see people getting upset about it. And my question is why do you get upset? Why do you get upset about it? And yeah, I can understand people have their views on certain issues, and sometimes you might feel really strong about certain issues, and there are certain issues that I'm quite strong in terms of my opinions, but the last thing I ever do is jump on social media, because I can guarantee no matter what the issue is, there'll always be somebody who disagrees with me, and possibly if somebody disagrees and they talk about me in a kind of derogatory way, or in a way that I'm not happy with, I'm not going to be happy about that, and then I'll probably in the heat of the moment want to, whether I do or not, I will then want to come back with something to counter that and to justify my comment or whatever, and then it never really ends well like that. And my question is why do we get so upset on these different issues? Now, okay, of course there's going to be things that that kind of resonate with you more, or things that kind of have more meaning to you. For example, the whole Black Lives Matter thing. If you spent most of your life being a victim, in your opinion, a victim of racial abuse, then you're probably going to feel strongly about that. And I kind of understand that. I'm not totally kind of, I'm not naive to the fact that people want to voice their opinions. However, some people want to do it about absolutely everything, and they like kind of getting into these backwards and forwards. Well, whether they do like it or not, I don't really know, but they seem to instigate stuff and get into these backwards and forwards arguments, and they always seem to get really annoyed, and then they complain about this group or that group, or things not being fair, or they kind of make themselves appear like a bit more of a victim at times, and that's not really healthy for anyone's mindset and anyone's mental health, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm kind of, my solution to this, because I understand that people do get upset, but my solution to this is, let's go with Brexit, because that's a little while ago now. I don't know what it is now, 2 3 years, 4 years, I don't know. You forget how long these things are in the past, but there were some people who were really strong about their view, whether you were a Remainer or a Leaver. And I used to see on a daily basis Leavers having arguments with Remainers, and it was a backwards and forwards thing, and you could see people really getting upset about it. And there was arguments on TV, people getting in people's faces, and even fights about it, and physical fights about it in the street, for example. And America had the same thing with their whole politics and stuff like that, and it's still probably going on to a certain extent. But think about how you feel about, say, for example, Brexit now, 2 3 4 years down the line. How do you feel about it now? Does it feel anywhere near as your opinions? Do they feel anywhere near as strong as he did then? Are you really waking up this morning and thinking, God, as a Remainer, I'm really mad at those Leavers, or as a Leaver, I'm really mad at those Remainers? However, people are waking up today thinking, how dare people say that about Harry and Meghan? How dare people say that about our Queen? And people are really annoyed about it. So my solution to this, or my advice to you guys, is try and imagine how you would feel about this thing that you're really upset about today. Try and imagine how you'll feel about it in 5 years' time, for example. How you'll feel about it then, because chances are, no matter what the issue is, even if it's something that's quite close to your heart, you're probably not going to feel anywhere near as strongly about it as you do today. So that's my advice, a simple advice, and I want to get maybe your thoughts on that, maybe whether that's something that you hadn't thought of, or maybe you disagree and think, no, you need to express your opinions and tell me why. But I'm giving you my opinion, all right? Now, that's not my opinion to make you change your opinion. I'm not telling you this is how it should be done. This is my advice, and you can take it or leave it. All right, so I'm going to leave that with you there, leave that with you today, and you can do with that advice whatever you want. And I'll see you on a later video. Cheers, guys.